God, here it is. It's a Texas Sunday. This is Mayhem's Amigos. I'm TJ. That's Steve. We've got the train here at 420. Man, what a wild couple of days.
Yes, it has.
Oh, dude.
I'm finishing off my Steel Reserve.
Oh,
Yeah.
They didn't have any Milwaukee's Best Ice, so this is the cheapest thing.
Dude, I am blown away. All right. I'm truly blown away.
That's what she said.
No, I wish I was blown. I said I'm blown away. All right, so I have to start the show off tonight on a somber note.
oh, good Lord.
Oh, fuck.
But I have to be, evidently Thursday night I ruffled a few feathers by pretty much stating exactly how I felt about something that I've been dealing with for a while. And the continuous threats that I've been receiving. And I was informed that it was a joke. And I took it out of context. So if I took this out of context, I apologize. Not trying to interrupt a joke. And yeah, there's a good chance I took it out of context. Like Steve and I talked about it.
Yeah.
And Steve, I mean, these threats just continue and continue, correct?
Yes.
How's it going, Ty? So, after a certain point, yeah, no matter what, a threat stops feeling like a threat, or a threat stops feeling like a joke, and it starts feeling like that's the intention. And I'm not defending myself in any way, shape, or form. And I'm sure what Steve said, he did mean it as a joke.
Right.
Because, I know Steve. Steve is my friend. I know Steve. If anybody tried to do any type of harm to me and Steve was sitting there, dude, it's game on. And Steve will beat them. He will kick them. He will throw dirty underwears at them. It doesn't matter. He's going to stick up for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you fuck with me. You can fuck with me all you want, but if you fuck with some close friends, there's another thing coming.
Right. So, like I said, I'm certain that it was a joke.
But see, the thing is, between every joke, there's always an underlying truth sometimes.
And you make a valid point. But I'm certainly I'm certain that I probably misconstrued the actual intent of what was said, and I turned it into something that it shouldn't have been. Okay. So I apologize for that and putting everybody on edge. That should not have been the case.
Okay.
What should have been done is I should have said it behind the scenes.
Right.
And kind of spoke my mind there to proper people. So we still have, okay, let's rewind this. There is a meet and greet for Morning Disaster on June the 7th.
Yay. Tom's going to be there.
Tom is going to be in town. I am going to be in town.
He's going to be in town.
And
Bubba the Baker.
But here's how I'm going to handle this, okay? Now, I said after all this blew up, I'm like, look, I could cure the problem. I could just not go. I could see everybody on my own time frame, no big deal. And I could just not go. I got a problem with that.
Oh, no.
I got a problem with not going.
Okay.
I've got a few friends that I know are going to be there that I would like to see.
Uh-huh.
And I'm supposed to be delivering some money
Oh,
to Dan for Boo Crew
that's correct.
Right,
in
That is
the
right.
correct.
name
Yeah.
of Smoker Mania and how that
Yeah.
went. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Get you.
Yeah.
I also do not want to go and see. I don't want to go and see like this giant amount of animosity just because I arrive.
No,
Yeah, I get that.
I don't. No, I don't think so.
You know what, Ty, you make a damn good point. Ty says if they got offended by what I said, then it wasn't a joke at all. Just saying. It's not a bad point. But look, I may have misconstrued it, and that's on me. And I apologize if that's the case. On this meet and greet, I'm really tossed. So I made a decision on how I'm going to handle this.
Oh boy.
Steve, you are my friend.
Yeah.
I think the world of you.
Yeah.
I do not want to put you in a position where you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, dude. I mean, what are you talking about?
So, and if you do not want me at that meet and greet, then I am putting this decision to go or not to go completely in your court. If you tell me that it would be too much stress, then I will not go for you to prevent that stress. But if you want me there, then I will go. And you have my word. Whatever your decision, I will honor it.
It's simple. I want you there. Ray wants you there. Christina wants you there. Yes, we want you there. You know, if the people that don't want you there, there'll be plenty of people there. There's going to be, right now, I see the probably going to be about 20 people there, which is a big one. We had 18 people this one. This was a good one, but it was Christina's birthday, and there were 4 people nobody knew. Of course, she didn't introduce them to this.
Right.
Decided, you know. But yeah, we had a good time. But yes. What happened?
It's pretty much water under the bridge.
Water under the bitch. Water under the bridge.
Water under the bridge. It's not even that big of a deal, but it was turned into one.
Yeah, exactly. It was turned into one. You know,
it's sad. But Steve, you're saying that you want me to go.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Then you have my word.
Okay.
That I will be there.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying, I want you to go, but I'm saying if you feel uncomfortable, you can leave. I will say, where the fuck did TJ go, motherfucker? But if you don't, after you get there and you feel vibe that you don't like,
I'm going to be honest.
I don't think you will. I'm just.
If the vibe is that bad, I've already checked out the place. Well, I know the place anyway. It's Dublin Pub. Yeah, June the 7th, Dublin Pub, 7 p.m. Morning Disaster is having a meet and greet. I am coming. Tom is going to be there. It is you guys just heard it. I gave Steve my word.
Lori had
I will be there. So I'm going to go. Here's a kicker. If I feel uncomfortable, I looked. There's a bar.
Oh, yeah.
I can cure my lack of comfort with Crown Royal at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will get up and walk away from everybody, and I will go sit at the bar.
That sounds probably like the most intelligent thing that could be done. Like I said, there's not going to be fucking problems. I guarantee it.
And I'm certain that there are people there that if there are any problems, even something snide popped off, that causes me to get up and walk away, it's not going to last long.
Right. I'll just say this, just in case some of the people don't understand what's going on. What day was it? Thursday?
It was Thursday.
Big thing happened in the morning, because there was a joke made or whatever, something about TJ gaining weight because Jason was going to stick his foot up his butt. That came from DA in our chat room. I made a comment on Thursday night about because they made a fucking deal with me and Amanda where DA sent a picture of her titties, and I said they're great titties, but they're on a bitch of a woman. I said, I told DJ, because to me and DJ would both have our foots up their ass. Well, the next morning, evidently we have a bunch of fucking non-participants in the chat room, but still watch the show. Started talking shit, and I said, dude, it was a fucking joke. It was all a joke. And I was on the Million Disaster, and I actually sent the guys here. I said, guys, if this is going to cause a problem with me doing these two shows, I will step away from Amigos. I don't want to, but I will, because my loyalty has to stay with the Morning Disaster right now, because I do it every day. I do you guys because I enjoy hanging out with you guys and fucking talking to you and everything else. So
right.
And plus, you guys only do it twice a week, so ain't no big.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Ray knows I promote Morning Disaster.
Right.
Ray does not have a problem with what we do. I even talked to Ray before I brought you on the show. And Ray knows you do the show, and he says, hey, Steve is Steve. If Steve likes doing the show and he's having fun, I have no problem with it.
Yeah. That's exactly it. I'm going to do the show regardless. This is something I've only been doing for 4 years, but I actually fucking enjoy doing it.
Emma, I might need you to be my bodyguard. And that would give you a chance to meet Steve and Fat 420, because with our new show that is starting with Fat 420's Pit Stop, that would give you a chance as being a part of a race team out of Indiana on dirt track to talk to a couple of the people that are involved with that show.
I got a few friends from Indiana that race street stock, so
there you go. But kind of back to point. Like, no, Steve, I'm very happy Steve is a part of the show. Ray doesn't have a problem with that because, at one point in time, I was a part of Morning Disaster. I still continue to do my own show.
Right.
And number two, I've never stopped, even at the worst, I've never stopped promoting Morning Disaster because it still is very near and dear to my heart. Well, I know there's a couple of us that are adults, Corey, but I'm going to leave it at that.
I can go on if you want me to, because I don't.
I'd rather you didn't. Okay. I don't need any more backlash. I've dealt with enough this weekend.
All right.
Yeah. So.
I don't got no life. I don't got no kids. So it doesn't matter if I go to jail or not.
Kind of going back to it, like again, I still promote Morning Disaster. I still think they do a lot of good for the local Central Illinois community. Right. I am based in Texas now. I think a lot more about the Southwest. You guys are still in Illinois. That's kind of my tie back for the show.
Right.
But it's just one of the things. And it's like, how can you, all right, somebody answer me this one. How can you continuously throw out threats and do it all the time? But then when finally somebody steps back and they say, okay, look, this is what's going to happen. I'm tired of hearing your shit. This is what's going to happen. And when you hear it, then you're like, you can't do that to me. Steve, can you tell me why? You're cracking up because I'm on point.
I know.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I can't.
I deal with it. I deal with it at races all the time. I'll see this one guy purposely like drive through someone, then all of a sudden when that guy drives through it, that first person that originally drove through him, they'd be like, he drove through me. And it's like, well, yeah, because you drove through him the heat race before, dummy.
Rubbin's racing, dog.
No, this is literally driving. This ain't rubbing. This is actually fucking driving through. They both have their own lines.
Into the wall.
Yeah, they're driving their own lines, and all of a sudden you see that top car purposely take a left turn and slam into the other one. I was going to say something like that. Just saying.
I'm not even going to read it. It says enough on its own.
Right. Right.
Oh, God.
You did not fall asleep at the fucking dirt track races.
No, you cannot fall asleep at the dirt track races.
No, I don't.
And if you do not have dirt in your beer, you are not at a real race.
That's why I leave my lid off. Because all they do is they do is sell the 16-ounce aluminum bottles now. So.
Oh
no, we don't do that.
Thank you, Ty. Oh, God. I love it. No, but I mean, Steve, seriously. I mean, do you have an answer to that? When did, Courtney and I were talking about that.
Oh, yeah. Courtney?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Courtney, who looked like she was choking me out, right?
Oh, yeah. Nice looking blonde.
So
was that one you showed today? Woo. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about Alyssa?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to see this. Look, I got caught in a fucking ad today. I didn't even authorize it, and I didn't get paid anything but booze.
Well, that's the pay.
How is that pay?
Did you pay for it?
No, well, Courtney owed me anyway.
Okay. Look how much money you saved.
Yeah.
Courtney owed me anyway because I was also running errands and helping her out with with her new bar.
All I know is I seen that ass, and all of a sudden I seen the stool. I'm like, ooh, a shorty, yummy.
Oh, she is shorty, all right. So I get caught in this picture. Now look at this shit. I'm in an ad that hits Facebook.
Oh shit! I didn't even see you. I was looking at her.
And all of a sudden I'm looking. I'm like, oh, that's TJ with his shit-eating grin.
I didn't even pay attention to it. Who she was serving? I just damn.
And as they're doing this ad and creating it, I get handed the beer and I go to take a drink and it gets taken out of my hand. And then we go and do something else, and then I get handed the beer, and then it gets taken away again. They're like, stop taking the fucking beer.
The only thing I seeing that picture, I see her standing there and me standing behind her, and those pants are falling down.
Oh, right.
Hey, you better take that picture down.
Yeah, because if Steve stands
something
up,
crawling up because the picture needed to come down, or
honestly, I didn't see she was even serving you.
Yeah, I was there. So that hit today. And don't get me wrong. Alyssa's she's younger than me.
I don't care.
You don't, but I do.
As long as they're 21 and breathing, I don't care.
She's
older than 18, isn't she? Yeah.
She is seeing somebody. They've been together for over a year.
Hey, once you go fat 420, you won't need any other honey. Yes.
I can give her all kinds of undivided attention. I got nothing else to do.
Right.
Corey, Corey makes a comment. Why didn't everybody just quit poking the bear and live and let live? I prefer the thought process of the Beatles. Live and let die.
Another good, valid opinion.
Down, 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 down.
All right, we better stop because we don't need copyrighted.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the Beatles are just like Metallica. They'll copyright strike you for anything.
Yeah, well, that's because Metallica became bitches.
Yeah. Anyway.
We want more money. Fucking bitches. But no, I got stuck in this fucking ad. I'm like, you're really going to put me in an ad? You know you just broke your camera. Well, how do you know I broke my camera? I'm like, easy. This. Right here. This is not camera friendly.
Well, then why aren't you on a blank screen now, then?
This is my 8th camera.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go.
No, I bought an industrial strength camera when I got this one. I started the show. This is actually the same camera I was using with the system back in Illinois.
Right on.
When I first started doing like the video presentation of the show. So I've had this one since the pandemic. But I've had to repair it 3 different times. And it's literally because of this. Look, I know I'm an ugly person. I don't make any denials. I don't hide it. I know I'm ugly. No, ugly would be an improvement. I'm foodly. You know what I mean?
At least you're not ugly.
No, I'm worse. I'm foodly.
Well, whenever you know the poop emoji, they modeled that after me.
Really? Because I've seen a poop emoji they have modeled after Steve.
It was
it's a poop emoji smoking a joint.
That'd be funny to see.
My eye hurts.
Steve, are you okay?
My eye hurts.
Your eye hurts?
Uh-huh.
How does your eye hurt?
I don't know. It does that sometimes.
Wait, what? Hold on a second.
Oh, I was rubbing it.
Did you use the bathroom at the meet and greet yesterday?
No, I almost did, but I didn't. I backed out at the last minute. I thought I could hold it till I get home.
That's great.
Damn Ty Wolf 3 weeks into the season, you're only 90% done. Sheesh. You need to get somebody like me on your team that work on it all the time. You'd be fucking. If you need a part, I'll steal it for you.
Now, I do have to bring up some things like that I did see from yesterday's meet and greet. And a happy birthday, Christina. I hope you had a good one.
Oh.
But I've got to bring this up. Like, I saw this picture this morning.
Uh-oh.
And I'm looking at the picture, and I see this big black boot. And I see a tennis shoe, right?
Not a boot, of tennis shoes. Man, I don't have a boot. I have a boot.
And then I read the caption. I did it again. Oops. And there's something splattered on the boot. Now, the very first comment I see is, "We can't fucking take you anywhere." So, Steve, please tell me, what was on that boot?
Well, that was not what you're thinking. It's not shit.
Oh, okay. That was my first thought.
It's an
olive. All right, milk good.
It's a piece of an olive I must have dropped. I don't know my foot. But when I went to get up, everybody got up at one time. Thank God we were on a concrete floor. And when I scooted the chair You know how they go?
Yeah.
When I scooted and lifted up, I went. I'm still scooting.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh, thank God. I don't think anybody heard it because I sit on most of it. But Volk and Big D had to walk right in. Oh shit! Oh fucking All-Star Races on. What's it on Fox?
There it is.
I can't get Fox.
I thought that was supposed to be at nighttime, like at 8
So
o'clock.
what happened? All right, so going back to this. So what happened? Like everybody scooted their chairs back, and when you scooted back, you also released a butt bomb.
Big time. I knew it was going to happen. I was just sitting there waiting for everybody to say, "Oh, we're going to leave." And
I wouldn't doubt it one bit.
I wanted to say, "Well, I'll tell you guys right now, I'm going to shit my pants when I stand up," but I thought I did.
But instead, you kept it quiet.
I would have blamed it on Elliot. Anyhow, he was standing there. Damn Elliot!
So you're going to let it go and then blame it on a kid?
Yeah, why not? Nobody heard it anyhow. Volk walked into it. Oh shit! I didn't say anything. I forgot to tell him. Well, he's standing right there when I did it. So if he didn't hear it, it was good.
Wait. So not only did you back up, but you crop dusted Volk at the same time?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Volk, that you're finding this out now. If you had pink eye, you know who to blame.
And Jen and Big D.
There's only one person on the show who would ever give you pink eye just to cover up his own flatulence.
The Open is on. Okay.
Oh, the Open's on now. The All-Star race is later.
Okay.
I just put it up on my second screen right now. So.
Oh my God! So you back up. You drop the butt bomb. Volk walks through it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You planned on blaming it on a kid that's not even 16 yet.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's 16.
Yeah.
You're sitting next to Big D and his wife, and you're sitting next to Ray and his wife.
Uh-huh.
And so you're like, I can spread this blame all around.
Yeah.
And Steve probably blamed it on the 16-year-old kid.
That was his first plan, yeah.
I've done it before. I did it at the wrestling one time. When he went
did you blame it on Gabe?
No, but Elliot. Elliot was sitting.
Elliot.
So whatever happened to integrity? Like you do that, and then you just look up and you go, "It was me!" Like liar, liar, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll pass it off, but as soon as someone says no, that was you, I'll admit to it.
Dude, you're the one that got the damn waiter at the Chinese restaurant to go meow.
That is true. And then you're trying not to bust a gut laugh and fall on the floor.
I was too. I was rolling.
No, really, like I said, it's like we're sitting at our table and I'm like, "Excuse me, what's the meat on the stick?" And she just keeps on walking by with a plate full of hands and goes meow and keeps on walking. And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, and then TJ's like,
"Yeah,
probably was."
Oh. Oh God! Corey says he heard Ray pass gas when Steve got up and tried to blame it on Steve.
Oh, really? Well, Ray was the last one to get up.
Oh God!
And my pants.
Now I got a different reason to sit in the bar because all this gas that's flying. I just don't want to get. I don't want to get nailed with it.
Hey, the thing is, it can waft over there because I was at work.
Oh yeah.
Back when I worked for the Pantograph. I'm doing, the paper stuff, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just smell this foul. Everybody smelled it. We're like, we had to shut the thing down to go outside because it was that bad. Come to find out, it was a guy that was a vegan. He was clear over by the dumpsters and let one rip.
Oh God.
We had to open up the bay doors just to air the fucking place out for 15 minutes before we could get back to work.
Vegan farts are the worst.
Anyway.
Dude, they really are. It's like all the roughage is cleaning the walls off of your intestines and just blowing it right out of your anus. It's just wrong.
Anyway.
So yeah, I helped. I went in earlier today and I went up to the bar and I helped out Courtney with her inventory. Went and picked a few things up for the restaurant. Made sure she ate some fucking fruit.
Oh, you better slow down.
It wasn't me.
It's gonna fall.
Either that or he was passing gas the whole way up the road.
If he was falling, he was shitting himself.
Ty says, do not fart in your race suit because it has nowhere to go.
That actually happened a couple weekends ago at Peoria of a race car driver.
I beg to differ. It does have a way to go. Up and out the neck, and then you've got to deal with it.
And it goes up your fucking helmet. Oh!
Yeah. Then you're trying to keep from barfing all over the inside of your helmet. You're like,
no, he did that. He did that, and he actually had to lift his visor up like this just a little bit to air it out. He's like, dude, it was like halfway through the feature, and I just let one rip, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'm smelling it, so I had to.
God.
I'm like, what the fuck did you eat? He's like, oh, I had a couple beers and a burrito from La Bamba's.
And a vegan chili dog. Oh, no!
No, it's right. You remember La Bamba's, right? With the
burritos
as big as your head.
Burrito,
you had one of those before the race.
Oh, no, I never ate. I did not eat. I couldn't eat before a race. I ate in the afternoon, and I didn't eat again until after the races were over. I was puking.
Oh, I love La Bamba's, and I did finish those burritos as big as my head.
I do all the time. It takes me a while longer now, but
it does, yeah.
There was one time back in my 20s, I used to eat 2 of those in one sitting.
Ty says he takes anti-diarrheal medicine now before race day and does not eat on race day.
Yeah.
That is true. I can confirm that.
Now here's kind of the fun one, right?
Okay, let's hear this.
I remember it was only about a 2-month deal, and it was in the early 2000s when Morning Disaster was syndicated out of Springfield and hit Peoria and Bloomington. And the La Bambas in Peoria at one point ran an ad. Come get our new burrito, which is as big as Ray Lytle's ego.
Oh.
And it was a very short ad.
I think I remember that.
You remember that, right?
That. Yes, I do.
And Ray got all pissed about it, but we've got burritos as big as Ray Lytle's ego.
Damn.
And it's like, wow, they went there.
Oh, man.
He understandably got pissed about it, but they went there. And, dude, their sales went up like 35% for that fucking 2 weeks. I can eat something the size of Lytle's ego.
So for those of you on that don't know what we're talking about, it's literally about a foot long.
Yes,
about as big as a baseball.
Yeah.
Just full of fresh meat, fresh vegetables, fresh beans. They don't do anything frozen. They actually chop everything. They even make the guac and the salsa from scratch too. It's that fresh. Everything.
And the pico de gallo.
Yeah.
So
it's not like Taco Hell where everything's frozen and you got to put water into it to rehydrate the beans and everything. It's actual like fresh made.
Right.
That's how good it is. And you may be spending $12 for one of those right now, but it's well worth it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, you all know I'm a big guy, and one of those fills me up where I don't eat anything the rest of the day.
I don't think I can eat one.
Yeah, I'll eat one at noontime, and by 2 o'clock, I'm full the rest of the day.
I would love to see them buy an ad with Ray and go, come get our new burrito. That's the size of Ray's Smug Cloud.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love it. I would get a kick out of it, right?
Yeah.
Sadly, the one in Peoria,
not because it's insulting Ray at all, but because it's fucking funny and it's something that is from the show. And
Well, sadly, the one in Peoria is gone. The only one left in the area is the one in Bloomington. Normal.
Yeah.
Normal. The one in Bloomington's gone now, too. So
really?
Yeah. The one downtown, that's gone.
That is not real fucking Mexican food. I will argue that shit all day long. I eat real Mexican food once a fucking week. Taco shit is not real Mexican food.
Well, let's just put it this way. Oddly enough, about 5-6 years ago, there was a study done on what everybody's favorite Mexican restaurant is. And guess what won? Taco Bell.
It's because most people in this country don't know better.
They have a pedestrian palate like some people we know.
Yes, exactly. Very pedestrian.
That's why I can't wait to move to my next door neighbor, because I know full well I'm going to be getting good, authentic Mexican shit.
Dude, real authentic Mexican food is fucking delicious.
Oh, yeah. Like I said one time a while back, I don't know if I said it in the chat or anything, but years ago with the ex, yes, I was married. Ha ha ha. Anyway, we actually went to a friend's house and made tamales from scratch.
Yeah,
and it was so good.
Oh, they're fucking great.
Anyway,
blue margaritas, huh? I haven't been to that one. I'll tell you what, the closest thing to authentic that I have found in Central Illinois, the closest thing,
the one in Havana,
is that Mexican restaurant that's behind the jail in Havana.
Right.
And I mean, every Sunday, that Mexican restaurant actually sends food over to the inmates at the jail.
Oh yeah, because it's literally like butted up right next to it.
Right next door.
It's like you walk out their door, go a block, and then there's their door right there.
It's not even a block. They walk out the back door and go knock on the
that's right, the back door. That's right.
They walk out the back door, they turn right, they walk over, and they knock on the fucking the car entrance.
Oh, the Sally Port?
Yeah, the Sally Port.
Gotcha.
We bring you Mexican food for inmate? But I mean, no, closest thing to authentic that I've had. Volcon never had the taco truck in Beardstown, so I don't know.
But yeah, there's this taco truck that goes to that one bar in Metamora. That's by the square, but it's not the square. It's like
right
a little bit further back on the south side of the area. They go there like once a week, and they instantly sell out within like a couple hours. Apparently, they're that good. So,
Ty says when you go in, and none of the people in the restaurant are speaking English, that's when you know you're in a good place for Mexican food.
That's why I like La Bambas.
No, I'm going to give you half credit. Half credit on that. Because if you go in, you sit down at the bar, no one is speaking English, you're halfway there. The other thing you got to have is 4 TVs, and 3 of them are on soccer.
And then in the background, they have mariachi music going.
Right, and you've got to have some mariachi music. And then you've got to have a mamacita walking around that thinks Steve is extremely hot. What the hell happened?
I think his boner hit the table and knocked his internet out.
No, he says his power flickered. He's logged in. Well, I don't know what happened. I think we must have lost power up there or something.
Yeah, power flickered, so it probably hit his internet out.
It might have knocked him out. Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But you got to have a mamacita running around. It's like, ooh, hello, Steve. Meet our Steve. You know what I mean?
So it was like that place, almost like that place in Pekin that's over on Court Street.
Yeah, kind of.
There is this hot-looking Mexican chick there that rated on me one time.
Oh, no, this would be a very overweight mamacita.
I'd still bang an overweight mamacita. Hey.
See, here is the thing about mamacita, okay? Like mamacita, normally, 85% of the time, mamacita gets married, she stops working, she don't give a damn anymore. Boom. She gaineth a lot of the weight.
And have about 6 kids.
Oh yeah, 6 to 10.
6 to 10 in about 4 years.
Maybe even more.
Anyway.
But I mean, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Bear with me here. I'm going to ask Steve if he lost his power.
So, races were pretty interesting last night. So, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's logged in here on the Facebook chat. So I guess he's doing this from his phone. No response yet. I think he's still trying to log back in. What is the weather like up there right now? Hell.
About 70, a little breezy, sunny out, really beautiful. It's same as it was yesterday. It was like 70, 75, breezy,
right.
Sunny. It was just freaking great all weekend up here. It's like beautiful weather for races, beautiful weather for camping, fishing, everything. It was that good. Now, on the other hand, Friday night, Springfield area in southern Illinois got hammered with winds and a big, huge storm that went through that knocked out trees and power and for like 10 hours, 12 hours. And
there we go.
There we go.
Oh, man. Yeah, what happened? Like, 420's telling me how your legs. There we go.
Literally...
Power flickered and just bloop.
Yeah, 420's sitting here like, oh, it's so beautiful. And I'm like,
it's never done that. Not a cloud in the sky. It's weird.
As many shows as you do for your power to just for your show to just you get bumped out. I've seen other people on Morning Disaster get thrown out on a whim, and you're like, but yours always sticks.
I don't. Yeah, I've been on tornadoes and everything else, and don't bother me.
Like you can do a show right there. Yeah. Did you pass gas and it like interrupted your internet connection or something?
No.
Did Milk Dud by chance rip a fart and it interrupted the connection?
I might have to get new.
It didn't bother her at all. It didn't bother her at all. She didn't even wake up.
No, I saw everything get dark like real quick.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? I know I don't have the light on that I normally do at night over my desk, but yeah, I do. We're getting into the heat of the summer. So we're starting to get 105, 106 degree days.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, man,
damn.
Now, Ty says there's someone bumped the log out button while, oh, never mind. No, I
have done that before, but
yes, you have. But no, I was sitting there and I was watching Steve, and then all of a sudden his lights go out. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I get the message, I'm still logged in, and then all of a sudden he's logged out.
Oh.
What the hell just happened? So I sent him a message like, what the fuck just happened? Then he's logging back in. I'm here.
Huh.
But yeah, for a good Mexican food restaurant, soccer on the TV, Mexican flags on the wall, a mamacita in the corner that's a little overweight but really wants to ride Steve. And no one speaks English.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe she'd take on Steve and 420 in a threesome.
No. The other thing I want is, if I'm going to do a threesome, it's going to be two hot lesbians.
You wouldn't do a threesome with Steve?
I said lesbians, not Steve.
Well, Steve's a Stevebian.
Well, we'll leave that to Jason.
I didn't say it. I did not say that. Mark that down. I did not say it.
Again, I don't give a fuck. As the song I listen to all the time says, "I've got no more fucks to give."
Oh, well, yeah. Been there.
My mantra when it comes to things.
But no,
or whatever you want to call it. Anyway.
What if it was like you, a hot lesbian, and a chicken? Would you go with that?
No, that's left for Tyler.
Ty says, "Oh, come on! You have to make eye contact with Steve."
If I ever make eye contact with Steve, that's when I'm banging him, going, "Oh yeah, I'm getting more than you are."
Look, y'all can go ahead and argue your size all you want to with each other.
Hey, at least I can see mine.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of, so Steve, you've been on the weight loss campaign now for what? A little over a month?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, how's the
I
progress?
looked sexy last night. I looked sexy last night. I had a pair of khaki shorts on.
Hey.
I went to the fucking gas station and got on my truck and get gas. I was in there pumping that gas. The motherfuckers fell all the way down around my ankle. I stand there just in my underwear. Fucking go, everybody's fucking at every pump got something on it.
Wait, so you're out there, you're pumping your gas, and your shorts fell down.
Yep. Now, yeah, I thought the wind blew real hard, and I just fell down. I didn't time tie it up, evidently.
Dude, you need like an electric cord or something to rope, belt.
They got a rope inside of them, but I didn't have a tie enough, I guess.
God. All right, so how is the dong visibility coming along now that you've been losing the weight?
I think it's coming along. I know that I feel my balls sway better. They don't stick to my thighs quite as bad anymore.
Okay.
So I think I must be losing weight in my thighs. So I'm getting some of that fat in my thighs. So my balls swing. And I don't necessarily sit on them all the time. Now I can kind of position them out in front of me without sitting on them.
But you're starting to see your dong a little better now too, right?
Oh yeah.
So since
George Woody looks like he's about ready to barf. Like, really? You're gonna go
that too, but I'm also thinking about a question I mentioned in chat. If you have some nice looking lady message you saying, "Let's go to the races," do you think they're flirting with you, or do you think they just want to be friends and just go?
Okay, I'm going to start with this. Is this somebody you know?
Vaguely, no. It's basically only by Facebook, but
ooh,
she lives in the area though, and I think I've seen her once in person, so like at Walmart or something. So
okay, question.
I mean, my friend has seen her at Walmart.
Question number 2: is her name Agatha Festerboob?
No.
No. Okay.
There's a lot of single women down there over in the Pekin area, and I get all kinds of them on my Facebook.
Yeah, but 75% of them though are tweakers that are on meth.
Oh,
but okay. I'm really so you know her. You say she's attractive.
Yeah, she's cute.
You've never met her in person, but yet she's a friend of yours on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't raise a question for you. You know, the question of, is she real?
Oh, she's real.
He's already seen her. Somebody's seen her in public. Have you ever seen her at the races?
Well, we have mutual friends, so that's another thing. So I know my friends have actually seen her. Okay. So I know she's a real person. So, or my friend says she's seen as a real person.
You know, I love my friends, but when it comes down to like women that I'm meeting, I'm always suspect.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the friend's suspect, because they don't know if they're like just the other thing, at the track or not. So,
but like the other thing is like accounts can be duplicated. Wait, no, I didn't. Ty, could you send that to me in the pit stop chat room, and I will read that story.
Oh yeah, I know about it.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It was like over on Court Street, over by the Domino's and the Midas. They had to shut that whole area of street down just because the person basically had a sock on their dong, running around, threatening, shooting off guns. Stuff
oh
like
wow!
That. There's a big.
I'm gonna shoot you with my dong.
That's peaking though for you. Like about a couple of years ago, I'm listening to the scanner. All of a sudden, I hear this one guy go, we got this guy all tweaked out, and he's dry humping a tree and naked." I'm like, what the fuck?
You know Oh, here we go. I found it. I found the story. Wait, now that's messed up, Emma. So Emma says that she asked a girl once to the races, and the girl considered it a date, and she didn't even ask her to go as a date. All right. Pekin Man is facing several charges, including disorderly conduct and damage to private property after allegedly roaming downtown naked.
Yep.
True Barbershop has been on Court Street in downtown Pekin for 2 years. Wednesday evening, the salon was defaced in a very unusual and personal way.
Oh, this is a whole separate one. The one I'm talking about was up.
Oh no, this is like 2 days ago.
No, yeah, the same. That no wonder why the cops were all over the fucking place that day.
The barber said that in the salon. Here we go. The barber said that in the salon they could see a grown man defecating on the sidewalk near the business.
Oh shit!
And then Jerry Clem, the owner, said one of his workers stepped out to tell him to stop, but that's when the man ran towards the shop and began banging on the door.
Oh.
According to the owner, the man then left all of his clothes, fecal matter, and a 125-year-old broken front door, which Clem said cost thousands of dollars.
That's funny.
We bring 600 people a week to downtown Pekin, though the barbershop in and out every single day. Now they're coming to a broken door and shit on the windows, so we're frustrated, the owner is quoted in saying.
Well, clean it off, motherfucker.
Oh my god, this gets so much fucking better and better, right?
Well, that's another story I didn't know about that happened that same day.
The suspect has been identified as Brent Wells. No, not morning disaster, Brent, before anybody asks.
Because he is up in this area, so
yeah. Brent Wells is facing 3 misdemeanor charges and 2 felonies, which include aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, as well as threatening an officer. Deputies released Wells. Oh, this is even better. They released him with a notice to appear.
That's Tazewell County for you.
Surrounding business owners said it's better than it used to be. And while they feel for Clem, they also said they're glad the naked man didn't target any other businesses. Clem said it's making him rethink opening a business there. To be honest, he's frustrated that nobody from the city of Pekin has reached out to offer any kind of support after the incident, and he plans to speak up at the next city council meeting.
Fucking Pekin don't care about anything.
No, hell no, they don't.
Except for money. If they can get money from people, they do. That's one reason why they did that 1 or 2% grocery tax.
Right. That story comes from TV 25 WEEK there in East Peoria.
Well, that's fucking weak TV.
Oh, I'm just reading it. I'm like, I can imagine a lot of things, but I cannot imagine Steve running around naked downtown defacing buildings with his own fecal matter. You're muted, Steve, before you say anything. Oh, there's the cough.
He's coughing.
Nah, it's a sneeze.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I'd do that.
Well,
you would run around downtown and deface a building with your own fecal matter?
If I wasn't going to get in trouble.
Oh.
I need a zombie pan, though.
Well, this guy obviously got in trouble.
Oh, did he pick it up after?
Yeah, like he dropped his own load and then picked it up and spread it on the walls.
Sounds like the women at the gas station bathroom that I used to work at. No, really, it's like I'd walk in and I'd go to clean the bathrooms. I walk in there and there's like panties all over the place and shit all over the walls. I'm like, I ain't cleaning that. I'm saving it for the person in the morning. Sure enough, the person comes in the morning and they're like, 420, didn't you clean the bathroom? I'm like, I cleaned it.
Hey, so all right, you guys that have cleaned bathrooms, let me ask you. What's worse? What was the worst bathroom to clean? The men's room or the women's room?
Women's room always stunk. It always smells like nasty pussy.
Or shit.
Yeah.
No, really, because when I worked at Walmart, the maintenance guy all the time, every time I see him, I'm like, so how's it going today? He's like, man, this is like the third time this week I had to clean the front women's bathroom because there's shit all over the walls.
Wait, so you guys are telling me that the women's room is always worse?
Oh, yeah. Well,
out of the 3 years I worked at the gas stations, one time a guy left his underwear in the corner with a pile of shit in the corner. Other than that, it's been always decent.
Oh my God! Yeah. It sounds like you were visited by the Phantom Shitter.
That was that time I was up in POA with my old.
Well, it's Goodfield. So what do you expect? The drunks come through there on their way to Deer Creek to get the booze because we don't sell booze there. And
oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. You don't have any beer, and then they walk to the bathroom, and then about an hour later they'll come walking out. And I'll be like, so I go to check on the bathroom, and I'm like, fucking.
It's like somebody I know fucking one time pissed on a fucking strip bar because they weren't open.
Oh, was that you?
No. Then they got banned from. They got banned from that strip bar for the rest of their lives.
Well, it's nice day outside.
It's gonna piss on it.
Really nice day outside.
Yeah. Anyway,
it was my bachelor party. Damn it! They were supposed to be open. There was nothing even announced. It was a normal operating day. They should have been open. Nothing announced that they were going to close up for that day. Fuckers.
Yeah.
Evidently something happened.
Sons of bitches.
Fucking club chub.
Now, see, this is what kills me. I see Ty's comment. The motherfucking tweakers working at Caterpillar.
Dude, they're all over now.
No wonder. I just saw a thing, and I feel bad because my best friend used to be a welder at Cat Applicator. And Josh used to be a welder, but now he's over in the back. I saw somebody posted a fucking picture of some crawler or something that says, nice job welding, fucking cat. And the fucking weld didn't even, says they put any kind of pressure, the fucking thing broke. Like, God damn, I can remember my buddy Jeff, I need to work for hours on welding. And then he was a supervisor and a welder and had to go around and fucking fix it.
Right.
Why do you let these motherfuckers, especially on fucking just tweaking on fucking meth? What do you want to do with a welder?
Well, that's ridiculous.
Heavy tools.
Yeah, all right. I've got a very firm opinion on the drugs. Okay. Some people will agree with me. Some will disagree. I really don't care. It's my opinion.
Everybody has one.
My opinion is legalize all of it and let fucking Darwin figure it out.
Right.
Because if you're dumb enough to take it to excess, you're dumb enough to pay the price for what you did.
Yeah.
Yep. I hear you.
He was running the Daytona 500 around his machine. Oh my God. That had to be hysterical.
I believe it. I can remember when my buddy Jeff worked at Borden. They had to move the fucking big train cargo, big tanker. And I was on a track mobile with him. He goes, "Watch this shit." We were fucking flying. And there's no brakes. Go wow. Fucking tore the fucking track mobile up and everything. Oh shit. What the fuck are you doing, dog?
Oh, Trackmobile, not Batmobile.
Trackmobile. It was a little thing, one-person train. Because that's where they made PVC, PDB. Polyvinyl chloride. Or they make glue there, too.
Okay. No shit.
And went up, it blew up.
So we're going to get into that in a minute, but 420 actually had something he wanted to discuss tonight.
Oh, no.
No, he really did.
No, it's good. It's
and this is, everyone, this is going to give you kind of a taste of our new show that's coming in less than a week. We're 6 days away. Here is a little taste out of Fat 420 for Fat 420's Pit Stop with Ty and Steve. and it was somebody brought up to me, and Ty is in the chat room, so Ty, please be active. But I'm going to step back and let 420 take this. So go ahead and start talking what you had in mind.
So an incident happened at the races last night. And the guy, he's claiming innocence, even though he's not. So the question for the guys that race and everything, Ty, Steve, the question is, if you know you don't have a UMP license, you know you snuck into the pits, you know you changed the driver for the feature without telling the speed, wherever you're racing, what would you do in that instance if you were the owner? Would you just let him race, let him get the money, or would you let him race and then afterwards say, hey, you're DQ'd because of those situations? Because a lot of people there were saying that he should have gotten DQ'd, which he eventually did, but at the time it's like, why did they even let him race if they knew they were going to have that?
The way I think, okay, do they state you have to have a UMP license? Okay, technically you don't have to have one. Okay, thank you, friend. Because I didn't know if in a lot of places you don't have to have a UMP. I never had that. I ran UMP, but I didn't have a UMP license. I had a sticker on my car, so I got UMP points.
Right.
I got national points for the Hornets. So
because it was just kind of like an off-put, because it was like, okay, a fresh drive. Well, he's not fresh, but my point being is fresh as in he wasn't exhausted from the previous race. He wasn't really thrashing. He just snuck in, allegedly, jumped in the car, and raced the feature. And from what it sounds like, he mainly did it because the driver he was originally having basically got butterflies in his stomachs and couldn't understand why it wasn't doing anything right. So basically he wanted him to get in the car to kind of shake it down.
Right, okay.
So
let me understand this. So this dude just walked in. Did he have a pit pass?
That's what I was hearing.
So he had a pit pass. So he signed a waiver.
He didn't even sign the waiver, because I heard on the rate, because I have ways to figure this out, and I actually heard an official say, yeah, he's not on the sign-in list.
Well, then he has to be DQ'd. He shouldn't even been on the car. If he didn't sign a fucking waiver, yeah, he definitely should have been a car.
And this driver's acting like he's like the innocent one here.
No, because that's a liability. That's the insurance liability right there. Because if he's not on a waiver and he getting fucking hurt,
right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking too, and that's what a lot of people were thinking, and they don't understand why they let him race.
So yeah, he shouldn't even been in the car. Yeah, he shouldn't even. Yeah, even if he would have went out and started in the back, he shouldn't even been there. He shouldn't even been.
Well, he did start in the back for sure, but he ended up going from. But there was only 7 cars there, so it was easy for him to get through because all the mods were over. I think over at Fairbury that night or Spoon. No, they're at Spoon. Because I do know a lot of the drivers left right away so they can go race at Spoon because we got done at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and they were just finishing off the time trials and stop qualifying and things. And so, I mean, it to a lot of the fans, it was kind of an off put because it was like they feel it wasn't fair. And I kind of see their point behind it, but I also see the driver's point because he wanted to make sure the car was good for his driver. But at the same time, you got to make sure you're legal.
Well, number one, every driver is different. Every driver is different. Now, I can vouch for that. When I
and I get that. And Emma, he was DQ'd after the race, after he won. It's like it should have been, in my opinion, he should have been basically black flagged or told to get off the track before the races even start.
Right.
Because they didn't even know who it was. They're like, oh, well, this driver, got on. And it's like, are you sure it's that driver and not the original driver? And it's yeah, because it looked like that driver. So they went up and looked, and when he flipped his helmet, the visor up and looked, and he's like, guy's like, yeah, that's that driver. And I'm like, really?
Right. Yeah.
And then all night long, all during that race, they're like talking about what they're doing. Like, oh, well, if he wins, dock the pit pass, and then, and then eventually, like I said, they DQ'd him because of all that. And it was just hectic, kind of like I feel like a controversy type thing, So that's why I wanted to talk about it, to get your opinion, Ty's opinion, anybody who races opinions, to see what they thought.
And that's a tough one because there are only 7 cars. What do they pay? Top 3? They pay top 3?
They actually pay. I don't know. Ty can confirm it. Yeah, basically a pit passes for insurance. Steve hit on that earlier. It depends on the car count, but they actually do pay down further than the top 3.
Right.
Especially for it being an actual A-mod race. So
I got paid pennies one time in Macon.
Yeah, they don't. And speaking of pay, there is a driver, and Ty knows him. His name is Keith Siegel. He passed away. You might know him too, Steve. He raced B-Mods over at Peoria. They are actually having, like in fall-ish, basically during the last few races of the year, they're having a $10,068. And the reason why it's $68 is because that was the guy's number they're memorializing. It's a memorial race. But $10,000 to win for B-Mods. Not A-Mods, not super A-Mods, actual B-Mods. So basically, and Ty can confirm it or not, but it's basically a crate motor.
Yep.
And it depends which track you go to, but basically a crate motor with a 3-bar modified chassis. Okay, yeah. Okay, thanks, Ty. Brandon, the guy who owns the track, actually, there you go, thank you, has been paid the same amount no matter car count. And yeah, that's another thing I like about Peoria, because Brandon actually does decently pay drivers, and he does keep the admission for the fans low, because a lot of the tracks in my area actually bumped it up this year. Like one track is $20 for a regular race.
That's
regular every day. You know, another track. A lot of other tracks are $15. Peoria's the only one that's still about $12 for a regular night.
I think Lincoln's 12.
Right. I haven't been to Lincoln yet, but I probably assume you're probably right. So. But nevertheless, I just thought that would be kind of interesting for everybody to have a little tidbit of what the show's going to be like on Saturday at noon.
Right, noon on Saturday. On the YouTube channel and on the new Pit Stop Facebook page. Go over and like it. It's Fat 420's Pit Stop with Ty and Steve. It is sponsored by no one. Yeah. But Mayhem's Amigos is actually working out a deal with Ty to sponsor Ty's race car this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like he said, like Ty said earlier, maybe I could scroll unless you want to scroll and show it.
I'll scroll up here.
He was talking about his car earlier.
90% done.
Yeah, he said he's 90% done with the car. So I'm hoping to hear from him and get everything squared away to send the money up to pay for the sponsorship. And I need a logo. Right. We need a logo for the show now.
And the cool thing about Ty is, and I commend him for this because it's really honorable, he won't take any sponsor money until the car is done. Not
sponsored by Broken Dreams. Right. Yeah, sponsored by Wet Dreams. You got Steve on the show.
Yeah.
Steve's got a lot of wet dreams.
Well, at least our logo, if whenever, your logo, because it's your show. At least it won't be a whole bunch of just faces and one small one, everybody big, huge.
Right. You know, I remember being a small one.
That's what Steve said.
No, what I want, in all honesty, what I want is Mayhem's Amigos, you know, like at the top. In the center of it, I want the Texas state flag. And then I want like the Illinois state flag. I want the New Mexico state flag. I want... Thank you, Ty. I want the Georgia state flag.
Why Georgia?
Huh?
Why Georgia?
Irene.
Why would you want to leave Irene's titties out of that flag?
Oh.
Yeah. So the Georgia state flag, and believe it or not, I'm thinking the Wisconsin state flag, because when the show first started back, Adam and Julie were in Wisconsin.
Right.
That's right.
Well, let's kind of honor the fact that Wisconsin was a big part of that.
And it shows that we're diverse with the different areas.
We're definitely,
not just other places that just have everybody from the same.
That's gonna be a big fucking decal. You gonna get the steel tail or fucking?
I mean, I think I could do it. It's just I've got to work on it.
Well, you better get the hood. Fucking nose. Don't get the nose because I always get bit up. Don't get the fucking nose.
But I want, that's the flags I want. That I want in the new logo.
You don't want the right rear quarter panel either.
Yeah, and I kind of want the fire, like we've got the fire background here. I kind of want that fire background.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
So you got the fire background. You've got Mayhem's Amigos in blue, and then Texas State Flag Center, Illinois, New Mexico, Georgia, Wisconsin, concentrated.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I see that. Yeah. I see that.
And I think that would look great. I don't have the skill I need to make that happen.
Yeah.
So if somebody's better with like photo editor or something.
Right.
That would be great, because then I'd want to do it, because that would also become the corner logo during the show.
Right.
So, like 420, didn't you design the original smoke signals logo?
I believe he did.
The original one, yeah.
The one with the pipe?
Yeah.
Hang on. I've still got it. Believe it or not, I've still got it. So I'm talking about this one.
Yeah.
Did you do that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think, and like this was the original Mayhem Unleashed logo.
Oh, that's easy to take that DMB out of that.
Yeah.
I can whip up something real quick, see if you like it.
Then of course you had the old stainless logo.
Too bad the show died.
Right. You had the Morning Disaster logo. I've still got all of those in here. Yeah, I had a blast with it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if you could put something together with like the fire background, the flags like I'm talking about, and then Mayhem's Amigos above.
All right.
I like how you do that. How you put the Texas flag and then the two on each side, and all like laser beams or something, and leads it all to Texas or something like that. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny about it is there's only one state out of that whole thing that I have not lived in. So you've got Georgia. That's the only one. I've been through Georgia a million times, but Texas, New Mexico, Illinois, and Wisconsin, I have lived in all of those.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember Ty talking about that.
Oh, the lettering stuff?
Yeah, the normal person, he usually used to do it for the past few years. They're kind of him hawing around about it, basically.
Gotta stop trusting the tire guy to do letters.
Yeah, we trusted him to take transmission out of the old car to get a part off of it, so for the new car. So.
Trusting the tire guy a little more.
But Ty was there to watch him. So.
Oh, okay.
How hard can it fucking be?
One of us wanted to get underneath, and Ty's like, "Tire guy, get underneath and take that apart for us."
The worst thing you can do is
tire guy's like, "Okay," and he got underneath it.
The worst thing you can do is drop the fucking drive shaft with the fucking needle bearings from out of U joint.
No shit.
It's only then all you gotta do is disconnect the link.
Oh, that's right. You guys did work on it a lot yesterday. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Ty says the tire guy did good yesterday. Okay.
We joke with the tire guy a lot, but he actually does pretty good. He does good work on it. He helps.
Does the tire guy go to sleep like mid-job?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's just that stupid sometimes.
Oh.
That's why we always joke to call him the tire guy. So he's the one that almost blew up his Burt transmission trying to get it on the trailer after the race.
Oh man!
He couldn't get in the gear and revving up the RPMs. Man, you can't do that on those cars. And
no, that's no bueno.
Yeah,
I hate him.
So that's why we joke with him, call him the tire guy, because that's what he does when he's at the track. So,
but yeah, that's it kind of represents everybody, and at the same time, it represents a lot of my life at the same time in places I broadcast. Like I
get it.
I loved when I was broadcasting in New Mexico. I had so much fun there. I really did. Corey says, was the driver who was disqualified a driver in a different class or just some random person? Because when he helped a buddy with his street stock, he let a buddy who was a late model driver drive it.
It was the actual owner of the car.
And that was who was DQ'd.
Yeah, and he actually raced before. It's just the guy who was originally driving it was his first time out, and he was getting super nervous, so he wanted he couldn't get it to set up right in the corner, so he wanted the owner to get in and basically shake it down.
Okay.
From what I gathered, from the information that I got from the driver.
Okay.
So it's not hearsay with that. So
it was one of those where the driver wasn't confident enough. He knew the owner knew the car. Go shake it out.
Yeah, basically, he knew the owner knew how to drive the modified. So
Ty says, believe it or not, he's falling asleep in the car while falling asleep in his race car while wiring.
I can get, yeah.
And the tire guy is, and also just to let you guys know, the tire guy is his brother. So
yeah, I do remember that.
Well, I'm just saying it for the fans, the listeners.
Which I'm excited. I'm very excited for the show. It's going to be kind of a rocky start because I'm still going to be on the road for this show. Like
it wasn't intended. It's just is the only time, and we wanted to get it going. So
yeah, I am still going to be riding through the mountains. Well, so I'm going to have to watch my watch real close. And when it's time, pull over the bike, get everything set up, get you guys logged in. He's cracking up like, ha, we're interrupting your ride.
And then an hour later, stop again. So that way,
yeah, then I got to stop again
in another hour because the show. I want the show to go to at least an hour for now.
Right.
Just to we can work out bugs, and then once we get going with interviews and things of that nature in the future, we can go a little longer. So
you guys have a present and a future vision for that show, which I'm very impressed by.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Because it's something all three of us been wanting to do for a long time. And TJ just graciously gave us the platform to do it. So it's very appreciated that he's letting us do that here. So
I'm excited for it.
Because I guarantee you any other show probably wouldn't want us to do it. So unless we did it their exact way or they wouldn't do it at all.
I think you have a premise there, and I just want to see it happen.
Right.
I mean, granted, I don't want to see it happen while I'm on the fucking road, but I'm going to have to deal with that.
And the thing is, if it fails, which I don't see it, at least we tried.
Yeah.
That's all I can say,
I don't see how it's going to fail. I really don't.
No, I think you guys have a great premise.
I don't think so.
At noon on Saturday will be the debut of Fat 420's Pit Stop with Ty and Steve, where you're going to get new rules, old school racing, a whole lot of dirt track, a little bit of mental health, and a whole lot of blaming the tire guy.
Exactly. There you go.
That's not funny, man. That's not funny.
It's not funny to blame the tire guy?
No.
Why not?
I was a tire guy for a lot of years. Oh. I could have. I got blamed for bullshit I didn't even do.
So did you Sipe instead of Groove one time?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Oh, God.
You guys nowadays are fucking tire guy. You guys are too sophisticated nowadays. I
could just see it now. Steve's putting on the tire dope. He's taking the grinder, shaving it down and everything, and the driver comes up and goes, Steve, I told you to groove it, not Sipe it.
We weren't allowed to do that shit back in my day. Only they bought late model tires you could, but modified tires you were not allowed to touch.
The only classes you can't do that now is basically Hornets, Street Stocks, and B mods.
I think you can still still Sipe Hornet tires, can you?
You're not well. The tracks I go to, you aren't supposed to, but
but I think they let them get away.
People do anyway.
Right.
So.
Ty says though. So then Steve and his tire guy need to talk.
Why is that? See, I got blamed a lot.
Because they always blame the tire guy.
Because you're both tire guys at one time.
But I'm old school tire. We didn't grind tires and all those bullshit you guys do.
Right. Well, see, the cool thing about Ty is I think both of his uncles raced.
Right.
His grandfather raced. I even helped his grandfather race when I was like 17, 18 years old over at Spoon a few times. And that was just intense and fun in itself.
Right.
So.
Probably the best time of my life, to be honest.
When you were racing.
And it all makes full. You're right.
And still, it's still.
Okay, I thought it was both your uncles, but yeah, it's just one uncle. But it all boils down in whatever TJ usually says, this full circle.
Yeah.
With me personally, with mental health. Because again, like I always say, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating it, but there might be a new listener, but for me, for my mental health, if I can go to a race despite the low car count or anything, it's 3 to 4 to 5 hours that I can forget about everything and just have fun, be at peace, be in my own little world, bubble, whatever, blinders on, and just forget about stuff. And that's what helps me a lot of times. And then if there's not a race, TJ and Steve can confirm it, I'm being a little bitch for the whole week.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely confirm that.
Oh, so yeah. He starts this, woe is me.
Basically,
I'll never drive a race car.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. No Weed.
Oh, yeah. You know what? When Steve don't have any weed, boy, look out.
I'll admit, this is my
look out. That's like Meltdown City getting ready to happen.
And I'm basically, for better lack of terms, the epitome of racing is life. Racing brings life to me.
Well, and I mean, like, anybody can look at me and see where my passion is at.
Your bikes.
My bikes. I love my bikes. We had a scheduling conflict today that it just didn't happen, but I was supposed to go today with my uncle and go look at one. Oh my God, dude, I had a chub. I had like a big old fat chubby wanting to go look at this bike. 65 panhead.
Ooh.
For sale. For sale. And it's a builder.
That gives me a chubby just thinking about it.
And then this guy's got 2 shovel heads, frames and everything in the shed that are basket cases. I want one of those. I really want one of the shovel heads. I'm like, oh.
You ain't wrong there, Corey.
Everyone makes fun of the tire guy until you have a flat on the track, and then he's the all-star. Yeah, that's true.
All right.
But, speaking of chubs, and
oh no,
Ty can confirm this. There's a street stock driver that we know called I won't say Tyler
Chubby?
Gilmore. Tyler Gilmore. He finally, after last week, he actually, for better lack of terms, wrapped his car.
Yeah.
It was one of the nicest cars I have seen in a long time. I'm sitting there, pre-gaming, and everything with everybody drinking beers, and I see it come along on the trailer. I'm like, oh!
So Ty's like, no. So Corey says in the chat room, he says, everyone makes fun of the tire guy until you have a flat on the track, and then he's the all-star. Ty counters that and says, no, you still blame the tire guy for not checking the tires before the fucking race.
There you go. So anyway, it was just such a beautiful rap that it was like, it just made me like do the Tim Allen grunt and like, oh. I went afterwards and told the driver that because he was in the pit still. He just started busting a gut laughing. He's like, I haven't heard it all until now. Now I've heard it all.
Oh, wow. Oh, looks like Corey's going and telling Ty how to drive. Said he sounds like Ty needs to rent the track for some practice laps. I feel like shots have been fired.
Hey, Peoria on the weekday or Sunday, you can rent it off for about $200 to $300.
That ain't bad though.
No. Thing is, they don't prep it for you, but
right, it's not going to be prepped. Be hard.
Basically, I look at it as you're practicing on a feature track. Basically, it's already glazed over a hair bit.
Yeah.
For some tracks, you'll get it glazed over and everything for the feature, so you got to race on that. That's basically what you're practicing on. So that's the way I look at it. But still, any practice on a track is good practice. So.
Ooh.
Oh man, Ty, I'm going to let you handle that on Saturday. I have never been behind the wheel of a race car on the dirt track. I haven't. I wish I had the chance. You know, I am a professional driver.
Yeah.
And I drive for a living, but I've never had the chance to do it on the dirt track. I have had a chance to race the Razors on an off-road track.
Oh.
That is a lot of fun. And I'm planning on buying a Razor here in a couple of years so I can continue to do it with TX4.
Oh. Those dune buggies at Cartville don't count, TJ. Come on now.
No. This is the real deal now. This is
talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, this is a Polaris Razor 1000. And I went with my friend Bill, and I got the chance to get behind the wheel and race the poker run. And I mean, I had a ball with it, man. They're a lot of fun. It's just side-by-side UTVs.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, man. And it was all off-road track. Dude, I hit this one ramp. I kid you not. Hit this thing, get up in the air. I launched it like I'm riding a dirt bike. I felt like I was in a General Lee, like, kept on going, right?
I hope you had good suspension.
See, in full circle, that's another thing we can talk about, like keyboard warriors, fans in the stands, stuff like that, you know. Yeah. And that's why I want to interview the drivers to ask them these questions that fans in the stands want to know.
Yeah, want to understand.
Why did you do this? We don't understand why you did this. And I want to interview the drivers to ask them these questions. So that way, when people watch the show, the next time they go to the race and when they see it, they can understand it. Basically, I want to try to elevate the fans and other people's perspective and understanding on it. So that way, when they go to the races, they can be like, oh, okay. And cool. Right. Now I can enjoy it more.
Well, the thing is, and I mean, like, you know, don't get me wrong. I've never been around the dirt track. The only thing I can relate to as far as racing goes is what I have done.
Uh-huh.
I've done some, how do I word this? Questionable street racing.
And we all.
Right.
And of course, you know, I've done the off-road racing.
I've done some questionable cornfield racing too.
Oh yeah, there's been a little bit of that. Hey, I'd be up for that, Emma. Hey, if I can ever make it up there and get the break to do it. Go hop in and do an open practice lap or two.
Okay, remind me again, what Emma drives?
Emma is racing midgets in Indiana.
Oh, speaking of that, they're actually coming to Peoria in 2 weeks. I don't remember which ones, but in a couple weeks we're going to have midgets there.
MARA, aren't they?
I believe it's MARA.
What was the one she said she was? I
can pull it up real quick.
She's IMCA.
Oh, IMCA.
Oh, she has the mod lights.
Oh, mod lights. Yeah.
We don't have no mod lights around here, do we?
Oh, those mod lights are fun to watch. They had them at Peoria all the time about 3 years ago.
Yeah, and then
like
they quit
at least once a month. They have them come. Those things are fucking fun to watch. I mean, it's like, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Huh?
They're also now making late model minis now.
Oh, no shit.
Those are nice. Those are freaking ripping.
Yeah.
So I want to get Steve and 420 both into a couple of Hornets. Rent the track and have them race it out.
Hey.
Just find a couple cars. I don't give a fuck.
Well, you know,
they race Coles in Wayne County too.
Oh.
Down in Southern Illinois.
I know
we just need a couple of junk cars that run. It don't have to be a race car. You get a couple drunk cars to run. Go a couple laps.
I say put you guys in the Crown Vics.
Well, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. Kankakee.
Yeah.
They actually have a few of the Crown Vics that they rent out for like $250, $300 a night.
No shit.
Oh, you have to have your helmet.
You just bring your suit and your helmet. You pay the pit pass. You pay the whatever they charge for it, and you race.
This guy bought 5 of
in
them.
The class.
He was renting them out.
See, I wonder who would be the champion for that one.
There's no question about that. That'd be another belt king for my fuckers. Another trophy.
Dream on, buddy.
Dude. Okay.
How long have you been out?
You won't even finish it. You won't even finish this because there'll be an accident. Oops.
I'm gonna let you get ahead and then get on your nose and pull a Dale Earnhardt. Do a Dale Earnhardt and just barely poke you to where you get a little squirrly, and then I'll go right above you and around you.
Bring it on, Ty. Bring it on, motherfucker.
If it wasn't for the fucking idiots, Ty's actually a good driver, and I can confirm that.
I'm wondering if I got to pay for this now. God, I'm going to have to cough up another $1,000 to make this happen.
Oh, fuck. Wouldn't that be fucked up?
Yeah, it would be fucked up because I'm not getting a race.
And the thing is, I probably know a couple of Hornet drivers that would probably allow us to use their cars on that day too. So, again, once the show gets bigger, it could happen. Just saying.
I'm great. I would give my left nut. I give both my nuts if I can get in a race car again.
I would do that too.
I don't.
And the cool thing about that, Steve, is we can have all the sex we want and we don't have any babies.
Exactly. You can even have my dick too.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm not using it.
I like my peen too much.
I am working on I'm actually working on getting a car for next year. But my car is going to be a little bit of a different car.
The Camaro?
No, it is going to be one that I fully intend to destroy.
Oh, it's a Camaro.
Not my Camaro! I actually have sponsors lined up. All I've got to do is put the thing together, but I have sponsors lined up down here for next year's Burnett County Demolition Derby.
Oh, nice.
That would I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be hurting the next day.
Oh fuck yeah.
But I'm going to go in there with the mode to kill.
Here's a little tidbit of advice. Put the fucking strap behind you. Don't let it go across you. Just wear your lap belt. The first hit you get, that fucking belt's gonna tension up and you ain't moving no more.
Right.
No matter how many times you get hit. I did that. And if your fucking shoulders out of place, at least this way, your arms can free. But don't drive around with your arm hanging out like I did one time.
Regular, Ty. Actually, I was thinking I'm going to put the fucker in reverse and do the whole race in reverse.
They actually did that once over at. They actually did that over at Cletus McFarland's track.
Oh yeah.
They took a whole bunch of Crown Vics and made them race reverse.
Yep. I love that motherfucker. He's the smartest motherfucker in the world, Cletus.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely got to be a lot smarter than. Ty's saying a 5-point.
Well, it would be
that
safe.
Probably
yeah.
will.
Only a pussy puts a 5-point a demo car. Come on.
The only thing I don't like about the 5-point is that fucking crotch strap. Like something about that just
don't put it in. You know, Tommy and Bob never ran a crotch strap. We didn't have one in the car. So we went to Indianapolis and they checked us. They said you have to have a crotch strap. So we had to go buy a fucking crotch strap and put it in before they let him fucking race on a fucking mile.
Damn.
He about crashed and came in and shit his pants. He said, okay, we're going home.
What happened? I'll shit my britches.
Way too far. Oh, he was on It's a Mile, and he got up in a marble going in the fucking one. But he didn't fucking hit the wall. He got to gather it up. But fuck. He come in and said, okay, we're done. Way too fast here. Way too fast.
Shit.
Way too fast with these modifieds. But he said, that was scary. Okay. It's your fucking car. Yeah.
You know, running a mile in Springfield. I mean, I've heard that was a fun one.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking at it. If I don't do it that next year, it will be the year after. I will be running Demolition Derby.
Uh-huh.
There's a few things that are kind of hinging on it, like, you know, things we've got going on family-wise that I've got to get taken care of. But I'm excited for it, dude. I mean, it's just one of the things I've never done. And I've even said I'll bring Ty and 420 and Steve down here to beat my pit crew.
Oh, yeah.
Ty says he wants to run a modified at DeCoin, but his wife said no.
We ran DeCoin.
Yeah, I don't want to cross his wife, so
we ran DeCoin in modified. It wasn't bad. Except it's another story. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't the tire guy's fault. It was the other dipshit that was working with me fault.
I just figure, you know, if you're going to race a demolition derby, you got to be nuts.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And since I qualify on that in multiple different counts, good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve will tell you I'm crazy.
You got to be. Especially running a demo car.
Oh, let's see. Corey says that him and his buddy were owners of a dirt dauber, and it was a 78 LeBaron.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
I know a guy that has a convertible that'd be great to race, but he won't do it.
Oh, you can't race convertibles.
I think that'd be wonderful to go ahead and, you know, like demo derby a convertible.
I remember going to Fairbury one night and they had a whole bunch of those, what they call legend cars, where they're not the actual legend cars, but they called them legends because it was like what the old school cars used to look like before the wedge cars.
Yeah.
And one of them was actually a convertible. It just had a little hoop.
Oh, wow.
On the back.
Ty says that your old Monty would have been a great demolition derby car.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off about that, but that's for another story in time. So
full frame.
Yeah, it's the full frame. You got to have the full frame to do demo.
And I had that son of a bitch like just getting ready to upgrade it too. And anyway.
Let's see. I want to see if we got anything funny out of Austin today.
Basically, long story short, it disappeared because the city towed it away, even though it was in his garage. He said the door was open enough to where you can barely see the bumper and where the license plate was, and they're like, oh well, there's no license plate on it, so we gotta tow it.
Nope, it's in the fucking garage.
I know, but this is the town.
I've been down that road because I had a demo car sitting, but it wasn't in the garage. It was sitting on my property, but it was sitting close to the alley, and I had it covered up. I had a cover over it because it still ran. I wanted to run it the next year, and the fucking city came back and Taylorville come by and tagged it. Then the motherfucker come to my fucking house on Thanksgiving Day. He said, "Hey, you need that car to be towed." I said, "No, it's on my fucking property. But you can't come onto my property and tag a car."
That's the way it was with me when I hit that deer over near Deer Creek.
If it had been sitting in the tree, okay, I understand.
The only damage you can see is the front end, right?
Right.
I had that thing pulled up right to where it was inches from my garage. legal plates and everything. It had the perfect sticker. It wasn't expired. I get a letter like a week later saying you need to put the car in the garage. I'm like, well, why? It's damaged. It's not running. I'm like, it runs. Well, it's damaged. I'm like, how do you know it's damaged unless you actually went up on my property? Went right up to the vehicle with this much space and go,
yeah.
It's fucking Roanoke, so Ty knows.
Yeah, that's what Ty was saying. Was that Roanoke?
Yes.
I saw what looked like a funny story involving Elon Musk, but
they're the fucking stupid sons of bitches. When I was trying to make tires, I make tires into planters, make it look nice, paint them up, make them look nice. I told him, yeah, I'm making them for planters. The guy's like, oh, I've never heard of that before. And this guy's 20 fucking years older than I am. And he's
really?
Never heard of people using tires as planters? Anyway,
no shit.
I just think it was the Catholic pastor across the street bitching about it.
Oh, of course.
And that was one reason why when I had a big, huge 3-foot gargoyle with about a 4-foot wingspan, I set it right up in fucking front of the garage, pointing towards the church. So every time that pastor did his morning walk prayer, he would see it.
I probably had to sprinkle a little holy water.
What, man? That's ridiculous. You park the truck and trailer and then they say it's inoperable.
And I believe that's right when he just got done racing. He just got back and he didn't want to unload the car yet. He parked it right there for the night and he's going to pull it in, to work on it and stuff. But that's one of the reasons why my dream property is, when I win the lottery, is just get 10 acres of wooded land, get a double wide trailer, smack it right in the middle with a well water, solar power, wind power, and just have a big old huge pole barn so I can work on cars. Have a little 1/8-inch mile track in somewhere so that way I can test and tune on it.
But I want the finished floor so it's so smooth you can ride a creeper across it and not have to be stopped by a little big fucking pebble or whatever.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to have a couple lifts, too. So I don't have to glide underneath stuff anymore.
I'd be even prissy and have a lift outside so when I bring the car back, I can lift it up and power wash it all.
Yeah, you guys, that's the thing I see. That you guys nowadays, you fucking all got power washers and you take every fucking bottle painting off a car every week. Fuck, you know what I did? We raced Saturday. If we raced Sunday, Monday morning, I went to the car wash.
That's right, Ty.
I went to the fucking car wash and washed the fucking car at the car wash, and then I fucking took it and loaded it. We didn't have lifts and put them up on it, but they take only bottle powders we took off were the ones that got ripped off that night.
Right.
Which in my head, most of my fucking life, I spent more time fucking replacing right rear quarter pounds on a fucking late model than anybody, because Bob Bennett.
Right, there's a late model. Right, there's this late model driver that I know that goes to Fairbury all the time. He must replace his body, with the exception of the deck and the roof, like every week. It's because it's like he comes in, it looks like it's a brand new car every single freaking week. I'm like, what?
All right, so here I've got a story for you guys. I think you might get a kick out of this. This is from back on May the 3rd, back in, and it's out of it's out of Cerrillos, New Mexico.
Sorry.
Okay. So in Old West history, there's you had different rodeo races, horse races, things of that nature, right? Well, they're backcountry runners there, and they embrace a physical and emotional challenge of a different type of racing, which involves pack burros. So, what they do is they get the pack burro, or which is the Spanish word derived for donkey,
right?
And they carry a saddle, a pick, a pan, and a shovel, and in honor of the bygone era of the miners to land claims with their pack animal.
Right.
Now the runners led the burros by a rope on 6 miles and 3-mile courses on unpaved roads and single-track desert trails. All right. Now here's where it gets even better. Racers often buy or inherit burros from owners who run out of money, time, or patience. Others adopt burros that were corralled by the federal government to prevent overpopulation, and novices easily can rent an ass to try it out for kicks.
Okay.
The race. The race in Cerrillos, which is actually the backdrop for the movie Young Guns.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it starts with a madcap sprint as competitive teams gallop to the front of the pack and other burros instinctively attempted to keep races. Runners they cannot ride the burro, but they can push, pull, coax the animal as long as they don't abuse it. And so you'll have people that are out there, they're swinging their rope in circles like a lasso. Or you got others out there on the trail going, hip, hip. Joe Polonsky of Monument, Colorado, took up the racing, and he says, I'm fortunate because Jake, he goes, my ass Jake likes to be up front at the start of the race, so I will let him pull me. The burros wear a halter, which is less restrictive than a horse's bridle. Attach it to a 15-foot rope held by the runner, and some races tether the rope to their waist or draft off of the burro. An ass race can devolve into a contest of wills when the animals get defiant and they won't budge. But experienced racers say that doesn't mean the asses are being stubborn. They are smart, naturally curious animals, and when they sense danger or discomfort, they lock down. And they will not move, unlike horses that will quickly flee.
Oh, wow.
Right.
So, yeah, they're still carrying this tradition on even now. So it's kind of neat that, you look out in New Mexico and you have people out there still racing an ass.
Oh, jeez.
That's a different show, Cindy. That is a different show to somebody who said he liked to eat ass.
I only eat the ass out first. And that's a chocolate bunny, damn it. When you have a chocolate bunny, most people eat the ears first. I don't. I eat the ass out first.
No, I was actually, it's impressive that they're still keeping that going. And then, like I said, in Cerrillos, that was the backdrop for the movie Young Guns.
Right.
But I mean, again, you guys, I love that kind of history.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've been in Lincoln, New Mexico, probably 7 or 8 different times in my life. And I just love the history around
it. Excuse me.
I got to take the bus one time to the Trinity site. And that was just weird, being in that big lead-lined bus going up to where they detonated a nuclear device.
Oh, shit.
So fucking cool, though, right? And then we all had to get, radiation tested as we got off the bus, make sure none of us were penetrated by radiation.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
But I've also ridden the bike 3 or 4, I take it about 4 or 5 different times. I've ridden the bike up to Tombstone, Arizona.
Oh.
And I love the trip to Tombstone. I want to do that so bad from here. Pull in there, put my hat on, and go, I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. Baba, proceed, sir. And everybody makes a mistake. They say, no, it's Huckleberry. No, it's Hucklebearer. Because a Hucklebearer was a different way of saying a pallbearer.
Oh.
Right.
So I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. Basically, I'm going to take you straight to your grave.
Right.
I know. Let's have a spelling contest. Why, Ike, whatever do you mean? Perhaps poker's just not your game. Yeah, I have watched the reenactment. I've been in Fly's photo studio. I've been to the Crystal Palace. I've been to the Oriental. I've been to the Birdcage Theater and then down to the poker room underneath the Birdcage Theater. There's so much there to just explore. It's an amazing town to go to. And you're riding the bike in on Main Street, which is still a dirt road.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I was like, man, I wish I had my get back whip. I'd wrap that around a horse. Where you tie the reins off for the horses, I'd wrap that around for my bike and leave my bike sitting there like, hey, that's my fucking horse. Kiss my ass, you know?
Hey, no joke. They actually do have motorcycle chariot races.
Yes, they do.
Where it's two bikes and you have the throttle, but it's basically two sticks like the reins, and then you are basically standing up in the chariot.
But that's like the old Western history. I'm so far into. I love. I've said 420 and Steve have both heard me say this before, but the Wild West, truly, in my opinion, is the romantic era of the United States.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I like
that era myself. So,
you know, like living here, I'm literally I'm immersed in it every day. I'm immersed in it. I'm an hour and 20 minutes from San Antonio. What's in San Antonio? The Alamo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, yeah.
You know, I am surrounded by different battlefields and historical sites that revolve around Texas freedom and Texas fight for independence. When you live in that kind of history around you all the time.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it.
It's amazing.
Right on.
You know, I can't imagine leaving again.
I don't blame you. The way we talked in private chats and stuff, it sounds like you really fell back in love with life and everything since you moved down there. So,
well, and I mean, the ride I'm taking, part of that ride, believe it or not, you guys have seen part of that ride that I'm taking on Saturday.
Right.
You saw it on a little known movie with a guy that's seldom talked about, because every time he's talked about, he moves the earth with a push-up. His name is Chuck Norris. And you saw some of these areas in a little known movie called Lone Wolf McQuade.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that one.
I love that movie.
Did you do a lot of Texas Walker Ranger down there in Texas?
Walker was more around Dallas, and actually the backdrop pictures that they have of Dallas of that time frame were very accurate. But no, Walker was more Dallas.
Okay.
Wade was El Paso.
He was a kick-ass motherfucker.
Well, yeah, look at that Ram Charger.
Mm-hmm.
Wakes up, he gets knocked out, thrown in the Ram Charger, buried. Wakes up, chugs Pearl beer, hits the turbocharger, and blows himself out of the hole.
Okay. There you go. Lone Wolf McQuade, against Buford Pusser. Who's going to win?
Oh, McQuaid.
I don't know. I think Buford Pusser can take him.
I think it'd be McQuaid. I think it would be McQuade.
Okay.
I took the guy from Kung Fu.
So Jackie Chan.
Bruce Lee. Come on now.
Oh,
yeah, you're gonna go there, Bruce Lee. And actually, wasn't Chuck Norris's first on-screen fight against Bruce Lee?
I believe so.
Maybe, yeah.
But no, Lone Wolf McQuade, one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. And I think it's more because of where it's based. It's based in El Paso. And I think that's
right.
Why. He's just a drunken smartass throughout the whole movie, and I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I could probably relate to it better than I should.
I can see that.
Yeah, you could confirm that.
That too. I'm sure Steve can too, to a degree.
Steve is more than welcome to agree.
In El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
That's a great song.
I might actually have that on the 45.
Down in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think, I'm sorry. I'm going to torture everybody with a little bit of this, but let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. This successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys.
Right.
We've got Hank Williams Payne songs, Newberry's Train songs, and Blue Eyes Crying Rain. Down in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. I love that song. Of course, I spent a lot of time in Lukenbach.
I'd like to go to Lukenbach, Texas.
Lukenbach's an hour and 10 minutes away from me.
Joe will go to Lukenbach too.
That ain't bad drive.
No, I ride right past Enchanted Rock, and I get into Fredericksburg, and Fredericksburg is an old German settlement town, but it's really a lot more tourist trap now than it used to be.
Right.
So then I hang the left on 290. I ride out about 6 miles out of Fredericksburg, and I hit the road that takes me back to Lukenbach, and I ride that back into Lukenbach. The mayor of Lukenbach now is a rooster. So we all say that they definitely got a cock for a mayor. But no, the town is more geared around the dance hall now. Live music, souvenirs. It's got the original post office is still there.
Right.
And it is, but it's now more of a general store.
Not go figure.
And the back part of the post office now has a bar built onto it. But no, it really is. It's kind of stepping back. You step into the Old West again when you go into Lukenbach.
Oh.
You really do feel like you've stepped back in time. And it's just one of them experiences that I love it. It's part of why I'm here. I'm embracing things about myself that I had. In all honesty, living in Illinois, I was frustrated because I had forgotten a lot of them.
Right.
Because I was just so caught up with life. And, I wound up in the position of trying to. Good Lord. That sounded like Steve getting up at the meet and greet yesterday.
Steve, what about you?
No, that sounds like that part in Step Brothers when they're doing the job interview.
That sounds like Elliot. Oh.
I smell ketchup.
But no, kind of coming back around full circle, it was when I was living up there, I felt like something was missing. And in all honesty, I was doing everything I could to fill the void, which is how I wound up dating Tweaker Smurf.
Right.
How I wound up with the dog lady. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
And I look back at things like that and thinking, knowing that certain people should not have been in my life, but allowing them there anyway, and then realizing that was a bad mesh, just things like that. And I look back at that and I'm like, okay, it happened. I can't change the past.
Right.
This was a learning experience. And the biggest lesson that came from it is, why do I not settle now?
Huh?
And there it is.
There you go.
I have been single now for 3 years. I go through a bottle of Jergens about once every 2 weeks. My shower is beginning to sue. But as far as a mental health standpoint, am I lonely? Yes, I'm lonely at certain times.
Yeah.
Am I happy? Yeah, I'm a lot happier. AMS! AMS! What are you doing? Are you going to come and see me next weekend? I'm going to be in Cruces. God, I hope she does. I haven't seen AMS in, 15 years.
Damn.
Steve wants to know if she's single. Steve wants to know if she's single.
No, she's just way too far away from me.
I do believe AMS is in, I believe she's in the upper Northwest now somewhere.
Upper Northwest? What the fuck is that?
Oregon, Washington right now.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Idaho, something.
Although that's nice area.
Oh, she's in Oregon. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's way up there.
Well, I'm in Texas.
Oh, wow. You guys are a long way away.
Yeah, but we knew each other in Cruces.
Right.
You're in Portland.
Oh, Portland. That's a good town.
I think I got a really bad cup of coffee once in Portland.
Oh, that's not good.
Starbucks, cough.
No, that's Washington. That was started by people. I'll send you my. I will send you my phone number after the show tonight, and then you can call me on my phone because I'm. But I've got cleaning to do, so bear with me as I'm like cleaning my place back up. It looks like Steve lived here for a month. It's bad.
Well, your job don't help that. God,
no, not the way I've been working lately. God. But I'm actually excited for this week because I'm flying out on Tuesday.
Oh, flying.
I miss you too, sweetheart. Corey says, how do you afford to live in Portland? His wife has a college friend who bought a 700 square foot house, and it was $800,000. Blow my nut sack. No way. But yeah, no, AMS after the show, I'll private message you my phone number. So, no, so I fly out Tuesday. I've got to get that truck in El Paso and bring it back, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys got to hear this. Oh, well, yeah, making whiskey for a living will pay anybody to live.
Damn, we need Amber on our show. We need whiskey.
Yeah, Amber, can you sponsor us and send us like a fifth every month to everybody?
We're gonna go there.
We'll drink it right on the show.
Yeah, we even drink around on the show too.
I drink Crown Royal, you guys. Come on.
We drink, we smoke, you name it. We do it all.
Anytime you can get real homemade brew whiskey like what Amber's doing, it's going to be 100 times better than that swill Crown Royal.
Swill!
Again, when you can get real hooch.
I can get Iron Wolf.
Ew, even worse.
Are you insulting Texas?
I'm insulting just the piss poor whiskey that you're drinking.
Hey, I almost said something bad, but then I realized the wrong state. So I almost said, hey, Billy Bob came from there, but it didn't. It came from Georgia.
Oh. Yeah, that's a whole different process, Hams. But no, so like I was saying, I fly out Tuesday to go get this truck and drive it back from El Paso. So Squirrel is meeting me at the El Paso airport so I could stay up in Cruces Tuesday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was part of why the company wanted to send me, is because I have places to stay. I know people. It's going to save them money to send me out there, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. They don't have to give you a rental car and fucking.
No, they don't have to do any of that shit. So here comes this guy that we call Training Wheels. When it goes into the group chat to say that I'm flying out, and it's going to be the last thing I do before final thoughts. He goes into group chat and goes, I'll go to El Paso. The truck is bigger than what he's licensed to drive.
Oh.
I believe it's a manual transmission, which he's not licensed to drive. Training Wheels. And they would have to pay for him a hotel and a rental car and an Uber and all of his meals and, maybe to bail him out of jail when the federales get him and Juarez and all of this, right? I fly in. I'm picked up by a friend. I'm hauled an hour away to Las Cruces.
Right.
I've got a place to stay. I get to see my niece. I get to go watch a kickball game. I'm going to be doing things Tuesday night that I'm looking forward to.
Right. Yeah.
Then we get up early. I buy breakfast and coffee. We go right back down to El Paso. I check out the truck. I climb in it. I flip them the bird, and I drive out.
Right.
And I drive back.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when I get it back to the yard, pull in, park it. Our mechanic goes through it. Hopefully I'll be in it Friday. Like, that'll be my new truck.
Oh.
Okay? About time, because I'm sure you're probably tired of using a truck with no turbo.
Oh, no. My truck has a turbo. Now, 71. No, that piece of shit. That thing needs liquid thermite.
Oh, this is another truck.
Yeah, that was another truck. My truck has turbo. My truck has no way for me to tie my phone into the stereo, however.
Really?
So when I'm trying to listen to Morning Disaster, I'm straining my ear over the engine noise and the air conditioner noise and everything else to try to hear what's going on I barely hear Ray. I hear everything Steve's got to say.
So you need to get a phone. You need to get a speaker, right?
I need to get like a Bluetooth speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you don't get one before you come down, you remind me. I got one you can have.
You know what? I might just go ahead and have you save that for me. But let me see if I get this new truck, because it's a 23 with 25,000 miles on it.
Oh, wow.
Right,
so it's going to have all the Bluetooth capability and everything in it.
Yeah.
I mount my phone. When the show comes on, I start the show. I get to listen to the show and actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. If I'm driving and I'm listening to the show, I want to hear it.
I know.
The only things I hear is I hear Steve. I hear Ray mumble. I hear Steve clearly. I hear Shelly.
Oh, Shelly.
I hear Shelly on that show.
Oh, you'll definitely want to see it on Tuesday then, because there's a Shelly story coming.
Oh, no, really?
Yep.
Corey says he works with a guy called C-section because he's scared of labor.
Like a weirdo.
Well, there's another thing that hopefully TJ will be hearing on Monday morning show of yours.
Yes, I am looking forward to that. I am looking forward to what I get to hear tomorrow morning. What do I get to hear tomorrow morning, Steve?
I believe Ryan owes you just a little bit of apology. He's going to have to eat his words. And
Doesn't have to be a major one.
I would have the belt, but Dan took it. He's making a rack for it to hang on the wall.
Dan stole the belt.
No, he didn't steal it. He wanted to make sure he had his specifications just right.
So is he bringing it back today, or?
Yeah, well, I don't know today, but I'll have it back at it probably by Thursday. I don't know.
So we've got the picture to prove that you got it. So
so that means I have the actual belt now.
Oh, if I get the piece of fucking plastic.
You hung that belt up and it didn't even stretch the hanger.
Yeah, it didn't hit you in the face.
But I mean, for crying out loud. Oh, where's the mixer? Yeah, I am working on the next chapter for 6 years, which is Orphan Christmas. I can't wait to finish that chapter. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, lots of memories, right? That chapter I probably will get yelled at over. All right. Man, I wanted to target 2 hours. Here we are at 2 hours, 16 minutes.
Oh, damn.
So we're putting out longer shows. I may have to start doing another show every week.
Why not?
Because I got such a busy schedule now.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
But 420, final thoughts tonight.
Final thoughts. As you've seen in the show today, a little tidbit of what's going to happen Saturday as it ties in with Ty's final thought. Saturday, noon, right here, YouTube, and on our Facebook page, Fat 420's Pit Stop with Ty and Steve will be our first ever episode. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a little nervous, you know. We're going to have some bumps, which is understandable. And again, thanks, TJ, for opening up your platform for us to do that. It's appreciated. And it was good talks. We found out that Steve likes to shit his pants when he's at meet and greets. And I'll see you. Oh, one more thing. Right after the show, if you want to, go to iVlog.tv. I have a show that I play records and music and stuff. It's free to join because the person I cast for doesn't want guests, you know.
Right.
Because of trolls. So it's free to join. You just have to put in your email address and everything and sign in, you know. And, yeah, see you next time, everybody.
Steve, your final thoughts before you fall asleep.
Oh, God damn.
That reminded me of somebody else.
I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. I hope I got a message in. 8 a.m. Wake and Bake on Facebook.
You didn't remember the show name?
I had almost said Smoke Signals. I had to think about it. Wake and Bake with me and Rhino. We'll have a lot to talk about, I think. Yeah. And then I'll be back Tuesday morning with the Red Hot on Morning Disaster. Oh, we have some discussion from the meet and greet and several little things happened over the weekend. You'll definitely want to check that at morningdisaster.net. That's all I got.
That's all you got? No herpes today?
I do not have herpes. Nope.
Okay. Thankfully, I don't know anybody who has herpes right now.
Well,
that's Ray.
Oh God!
It does.
On his show, he was talking about it. And I go, "Oh, so you're the new herpopotamus?" He goes, "No, I'm not the fucking herpopotamus."
I did not hear that.
Because he's talking about his canker sore on his lip.
Oh God!
And then I think it was Christina's like, "Yeah, that's just a form of herpes."
Yeah.
And I typed in the chat, "Oh, so you're a herpopotamus now?" And that's when he said,
"Oh my God." No wonder he flipped out. All right, so we will be back Thursday night for another show of Mayhem's Amigos After Dark. I will talk about the El Paso trip, what happened during that trip, and I'll fill you guys in then.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Tuesday, Morning Disaster, you have Steve and Ray back with all their stories. You get free shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with morningdisaster.net. Subscriber shows start Thursday night, run through Saturday morning. Yeah. And here's the kicker. You also get Wake and Bake for free on morningdisaster.net. So go over to Morning Disaster, check it out. If you like what you're hearing on the free show, become a subscriber. It's very little money, and it goes to help keep them going.
Yep.
$5-10.
Yep.
Starting Saturday, the new show, Fat 420's Pit Stop with Ty and Steve. I'm happy that my platform is hosting it. Looking forward to what it's going to do. And in the meantime, everybody, take care of yourselves. God bless. We will see you next time on Thursday night, 9 p.m. for Mayhem's Amigos After Dark. I'm TJ. That's Fat 420. That's Steve. See you then. Good night. Fat 420 shaking the groove thing.